Hey friends, how are y'all? How's it going? I am excited to do a HIIT workout today with you. So if you are, two things. If you don't know who I am, I'm Chanel. I am a master's prepared nurse. I am a personal trainer and a nutritionist, and got a mom. I'm a mom of two little boys, and I have this gym space in Texas, and I get the opportunity to do a Fit Fusion, like a circuit style training class, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. If you are local to Tyler, you definitely need to reach out to me and I can get you the schedule. But we do an early morning workout. And in addition to the workout, we do exactly what I want to share just really briefly before we get into the workout this morning: iron sharpening iron. So I am always praying and asking the Lord to give me what these ladies need as far as encouragement so that I can encourage them, so that we can sharpen each other. And this last month, I committed to reading this book. A couple of the ladies were committing to reading it, but more than anything, I wanted to commit to do this so that I was growing, because as I grow, that is how I get to impart into other people, right? We can't just, if we're not willing to be sharpened ourselves, then we're not going to be able to sharpen other people. And so, as I was finishing up this book, the last part I was talking about community and how important it is to be in community. Now, sometimes I don't believe that's always that you need to be around like a specific group of people. I do think there is huge value, and we should be involved in groups because it's opportunity for us to grow. It's not an opportunity for us to be extremely comfortable, because that's not the point. The point is growth. But I also believe that you need to have people speaking life over you and speaking the truth into you. And so today, that's what I'm going to do. I want to read to you out of 2 Corinthians 6:14. It says, and this is referencing the temple of the living God. Okay, so it's referencing what goes down and what happens within the temple. But remember, because of Jesus, when he died and then he rose, went back up to heaven, we are now the temple. He lives in us. Okay, so this is talking about the temple. Who are we? Who are we? And it says, don't continue to team up with unbelievers in mismatched alliance. For what partnership is there between righteousness and rebellion? In other translations, it says, do not be yoked together with unbelievers. I love how the Passion Translation says mismatched alliance with unbelievers, because you're either for God or you're not. That doesn't mean that you're not going to be put in situations and opportunities and in groups and have relationships with people who maybe don't believe 100% the way that you believe, and that is okay. But it says, do not get into a mismatched alliance. Do not be yoked. And a lot of people reference this with marriages and relationships, and that is very true. This is saying you should not be yoked. And what does yoked mean? So I want to help you understand this a little more, as I was understanding it while I was reading. It says to be joined for the working together. Joined to work together. So that means, that implies that there's a common purpose, that there's something that you are to do together. Okay? Now, most often we reference this as in scripture, in relationships, right? In marriages. Don't get married to someone who does not believe. Why? Because it says that, goodness, I lost it. What does it say? Okay, well, I know I read it. It says, and this is part of what was in the Passion Translation. It says, this teaching here includes marital relationships, business relationships, personal relationships. We never abandon our responsibility to reach the world, right? So we're going to be called into different relationships and different things. It says, but we must steer clear of relationships that will divide our loyalty to Christ. that will divide our loyalty to Christ. So when we think about relationships, it is important that you stay yoked to believers in community, people who have the same belief that you do. But it also means that this is not limited to people. And this is what I want you to hear today. The yoke that is talked about here is, yes, referencing humans, people, but it says not always. Sometimes we can be yoked to oppression, depression, anxiety, fear, and other spirits that are not from God. Sometimes we come into agreement with depression. Sometimes we come into agreement. We begin to work together with anxiety. We tend to come together and work with fear. Instead of saying, I may feel a little scared, but I'm going to do it anyways. Or I may feel anxious, I'm not anxious. Anxiety is not who I am. Anything that separates us from the Lord is a yoke that we need to sever. If it is a person or if it's these entities of anxiety, fear, depression, they're entities. There's things that get attached to us that are not from heaven. And so I wanted to bring light to that this morning because there are many of us who are struggling. And like for me, I'm showing up today because I know it matters. I'm showing up today because I have a gym and have people that are looking to me to serve them. And I want to lead by example. I have children that are watching me. I want to lead by example. It is vital that you have people around you that are going to sharpen you, that are going to pull you up when you feel like you don't want to do it. You don't want to do things. But we have to be really careful with what we're yoked to, what we're agreeing to, right? I'm not saying that if you're in a relationship that is not the greatest, that you need to end that relationship today. No, that's between you and the Lord. I'm not going to tell you exactly how to do that. But I think we have to be really careful when we are coming into agreement and we are working towards a common purpose, yet in the end, they're not for God. They're against God. You should be really careful with what business partnerships you come into agreement and alignment with. Business is not something to play around with where you think you can just convince someone to help them turn their ways and turn to the light and turn away from the dark side. That's not anything to play around with. And even relationships, if you find yourself in a relationship that is getting deeper, but you know that there's a chance, what does it say in here? It says that could divide you against your loyalty with Christ. We just need to stay hyper vigilant on this, friends, hyper vigilant on this. And if you are struggling with depression or anxiety, or you feel overcome with fear, again, these are things that we end up joining together with and operating with. And that's not how the Lord designed this. It's an entity. It's a thing that we can come against and we can get free from. But you have to be in the Word. If you don't have a community, you've got to get into the Word, read the Word, look at what it's saying to you and how it's applicable to you today. That's how we're to live this life. And then pray that God will send you a community, send you people that will sharpen you so that you're getting equipped, so that you're getting the foundation and the wisdom and revelation, and you're getting truth into your life. And also to get you uncomfortable, because too often we stay comfortable because we don't want conflict. We don't want to be around people that are going to kind of rub us a little bit to help us grow. But I hope that you are encouraged and challenged by this, that one of the main purposes of us being here on this earth is to grow. It's to not stay the same day after day, year after year, month after month. It's not to stay the same. That's also part of why I do what I do as a personal trainer, as a fitness trainer, because we are here to grow. And part of growth is physical growth. Does that mean that every time you show up that there's something that's going to be visible that you can see and change in your body? Not necessarily, but in your mind, yes. And the things that are changing inside you, yes. That is why it's important to commit to these things. It's not just it's not just the spiritual things. It's not just the physical. It's all together. God cares about every single bit of it, every bit of it. Okay, so we are going to go right into our workout. Now, for HIIT training, high intensity interval training. I have got a couple of different types of equipment with me today. You do not have to use equipment for this. You can just do body weight. You follow along with what I'm going to do. And hold on one second. I'm realizing that I don't have my earbuds in. Hopefully you have been able to hear me. I hope. Anyways, hopefully, because it's not alerting me that it's on, but hopefully it's on and you can hear me. But this workout is going to go fast. We are going to basically be doing 10, 10, and 10. 10 of each of these moves, and I have them all written down over here, and I'm actually going to type them into the comment, not the comment, but the description section of these videos, just so you have it. And we're going to get to work. All right, so we're doing numbers. So if you're doing this on your own and you get off from me, all you need to do is look at the workout. Look at what I've told you to do. You're doing each of these moves for 10, just 10 reps. That's it, 10 reps, okay? So for the first move, we're doing an inchworm. So an inchworm, no weight needed. You're going to walk out to plank and come back in. That's one. Join me. We've got 10 of these right here. And I still need to figure out the music situation because I don't know how to figure this out. I tried to play music through my Bluetooth, but as soon as I push play on this, it stopped. So there's got to be a way that I can play music. We're at 6. And you should feel your heart rate starting to go up right here. That's 7. Squeeze that core. 8. Squeeze as you walk out. And squeeze as you walk in. That's 9. Come on. All the way out. And back in. Good. You've got a 10-second break. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. We've got air squats for 10. Here we go. Down and squat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, and 10. Good. 10 seconds. And then we are going to do lateral plank walks all the way down. 3, 2, and you're going to walk to one side and switch. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. 10 seconds, and we're going to use this ball. We're moving quick. We're moving quick. 3, 2, we're going to toss and slam. Toss. That's 1. 2. If you do not have a ball, 3. Up. Touch the floor. Up. That's 5. Up. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Good. We're going to come down for a Russian twist. Again, you don't have to have weight, a light weight, a medium weight, or a ball. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Good. All right, this next one, toes up, and you're going to reach and tap those toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Drop that ball or weight. You've got 10 seconds. We're going back to the top. So after every block, you've got a staple move. So you've got inchworms for 10. Here we go. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. Your heart rate should be going up. 8. 2 more. 9. And 10. 10 seconds. We've got those air squats. Air squats. Here we go. 3, 2, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Take a breath. Now we're traveling in a plank. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Travel and travel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. You really could have stayed down because the rest of this little block right here is on the ground. We've got push-ups, mountain climbers, and superwomans. All right. So we've got 10 push-ups. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 5. You can drop to those knees for a modified. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Now we've got 10 mountain climbers. 3, 2, all the way up and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Now we have superwomans. So you're going to come all the way down and lift. Come all the way up. Join me now. Here we go. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 more. And up. Good. Take a second. All the way up. Back to the top. Inchworms. We've got inchworms. Here we go. 3, 2, and go. It's 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. Make sure when you go all the way out that your wrist and your shoulders are in line. 7. All the way out. 8. And then push back. 9. Come on. And 10. Air squats are coming up. Air squats are coming up. And 3, 2, 1, and let's go. and 10. Good. We've got to go back down to our walking plank. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Take a deep breath. We're moving right along. Moving right along. All right. You're going to grab a heavier weight. A heavier weight. All right, here we go. Swing, pass. Swing that weight and pass. Swing and pass. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, and 10. Good. You've got 10 seconds. And then we are doing a renegade row. So you're going to be in a plank and rowing in a plank. In 3, 2, shoulders in line with the wrist, and pull. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Drop those hips. 9 and 10. Good. Move those weights. Now we have skaters back and forth in 3, 2, 1. We're going to skate. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. I don't know about you, but my heart rate is definitely up. My heart rate is definitely up. Back to the top. Inchworms. Here we go. All the way out. We've got 10 of them. And that's 1. 2. 3. 4. Take your time. You want to have good form. 5. Elbows in line with those wrists. You don't want to be way back here. Okay. 6. Lean with that chest. Here you go. 7. 8. 9. Last one, last one. And 10. We've got those air squats. In 3, 2, ready, go. And 10. Good. We're traveling with that plank. In 3, 2, ready, and go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 more. And 10. Good. All right, we're going to move those weights just a little. We're going to use them for the second part, but the first part is you have shuffles. We're still, that heart rate is still up. It needs to stay up in 3, 2, 1, go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. All right, this next one is called a dead bug. So you're bringing your knees up and you're basically, you look like a bug that has died and rolled over on its back, and its legs are straight and its arms are straight. Okay, right arm, left leg, drop. That's one. Left, switch sides. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. That one may take you a while. You want to use the lightest weight possible to get started with that, and you want to press that lower back into the ground the whole time. As you reach, extend, opposite arm, opposite leg, tuck in that core, and as you pull back together, that's you working the core right there. All right. Last 10, we're going to do tricep kickbacks. Okay, so weights beside you. You're going to hinge forward, bring those weights up 90 degrees, and kick back for 1, 2, both arms, 3, keeping that elbow pointing behind you, 4, 5, 6. The only thing that hinges is your elbow joint, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Drop those weights. Last thing, friends. Last thing right here. I am drenched, sweating. Woo. We've got inchworms. You know the drill. 10 inchworms, 10 squats, air squats, and 10 taps, and we are done. Here we go. That's 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. Keep going, keep going. You've got 8. Come on, 2 more. You can do it. 9. Last 1. 10. You only have these 10 seconds in between. In 4, 3, 2, air jack, squats, and go. 1. Last 1. 10 seconds. Traveling plank. Deep breath. All the way down. 3, 2, 1. Go. 1. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Oh, yep. Sweat is dripping. I hope that it's dripping for you too. Oh man. So the thing with HIIT workouts, I'm going to leave you with this. For women in perimenopause and menopause, you still need to be getting your heart rate up where you're having a hard time having conversation. It is still good for you with your heart health. It's good for you, for your brain. There are many benefits of getting your heart rate up where it feels a little uncomfortable. However, you should not do that for extended amounts of time, because what happens is that our body recognizes it as harm the whole time, right? Because we are speeding our heart rate up, whether you're exercising or not. It thinks that you're doing something that you're scared half to death, that something's happening. And so your body has to detect that. And that's how our bodies are miraculous. It knows when your heart rate is up, it knows that something is happening, right? But if you keep your heart rate up for too long, for instance, if you go to gym classes and you are keeping your heart rate above 150 for the whole hour, you are risking, those of us, perimenopause and menopause, you're risking your cortisol going sky high. You're risking your cortisol going sky high. And if you are doing that day in and day out, then your body is releasing that cortisol, and it is not helpful because cortisol is a stress hormone. And when that cortisol stays high all the time, for instance, maybe you have some anxious thoughts and some stress going on in your life. So after you finish your workout, your body does not shut down. It does not calm down. It actually stays high because you have stress, right? And so you need to be super careful with doing extended, high intensity, where your heart rate is up multiple days a week. But you do need to do it once a week, and you do need to limit it. Okay, so you do not need to be doing 30, 40, 50 minutes of high intensity interval training, sprint training. You need to do that once a week. Perimenopause and menopausal women, once a week. Okay, it is super important, like I said, because your body is already struggling to balance your hormones, and that cortisol is an inflammatory release. It's a good thing. It says something's happening, but if you keep it up too high, too many days of the week, your body starts to hold on to everything. And that is a lot of reasons why women who are at the gym and they're doing these workouts every day a week, when they get to their 40s, nothing is working like it's used to, and you cannot get off the fat that you used to be able to, or those extra pounds. It is because you're doing too much. Your bodies are designed to work for you. And if you're constantly going against the design as we are aging, then you're not going to get the benefit. You're not going to get the benefit. I went through menopause at age 36. That was 10 years ago. And I've had to learn all about the harm that I did way back then. And so I'm teaching you the principles and the things so that you don't have to go through the hardship that I have had to go through. So I only do these HIIT training workouts once a week. It is very good for us. And again, you need to limit it to 15 to 20 minutes max. And then on your other cardio days, you can do medium intensity or low intensity, like a 45-minute walk. That's what I usually prefer to do 2 times a week. I'll do those on my rest days. I will do a long walk where I can still have conversation. I'm still getting my heart rate up. There's still major benefit, because those type of exercises, that low intensity, steady state walking actually contributes to lowering your cortisol, because you are having to take slower, deep breaths. You're calming down your nervous system, and it is helping with the cortisol issue. So walking is underrated. People choose not to do that because they think it's not enough or it's not beneficial. But for those of you who are in perimenopause and menopause, walking actually will 100,000% work towards the goal of lowering cortisol. It's a huge benefit. So you need to incorporate that, like I said, at least once a week, if not 2 times a week. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed the HIIT workout. I'm going to include everything that we did in the description. So I'm going to upload that here in just a few minutes. Have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.